What's good, YouTube? Kimmy here, back with another video. And today I've been wanting to do this for a minute, but I know fellas might be mad. But who cares? I got a One Piece tier list for y'all. Now, the foreseeable future, each Monday, well, not this Monday because I'm streaming this Monday, but each Monday or Tuesday, I'll try to have tier list video. We'll call it tier list Tuesdays. We'll call it tier list Tuesdays. I'll try to get a tier list out of just something random for you guys. But yeah, it's a tier list on the One Piece arcs. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Yo, I keep saying this wrong. I keep saying leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Can you still, technically you're still telling them to subscribe because the subscribe button is, let's get to it, bro. It's late. East Blue, the collection of the Straw Hat crew. This has Arlong Park in it and the end of Barete, which are pretty good. I'm gonna have to give it a B. I think this is a pretty good first arc. Pretty fun one at that too. Drum Island, Chopper story, great. The stuff going on with Luffy, great. This is the arc where Nami gets sick too, right? Believe so. Yes, Drum Island. Yes, and then Chopper gets added to the crew. I'm at a C. Oh, whoa, not Wano. I got a special place for Wano. Drum Island, I have to put at C. Hulo arc, fun stuff going on there, but it is what it is. Why doesn't this say Alabasta? I mean, I guess. I mean, it does start off like this, but it is still Alabasta. Alabasta A. Crocodile. Crocodile, sick villain. The fight will look. Now, I have to confess, your boy catching up to One Piece did watch the crappy One Piece movie videos. Bro, I had a lot of time to watch it. I'm sorry, I was not watching all of that in the desert. One Piece still had probably the worst pacing I've ever felt in my entire life, even with those movies. But yeah, I did watch it. The movies are pretty good. I don't know why people hate on all of them. I guess for me too, coming from Berserk, I don't hate the movies, but I wouldn't recommend the movies. And I guess the same goes for One Piece. Skypiea. People glaze this one. I did watch the movie for this too. I thought this was all right. I gave this one like a C. What I hear from Skypiea is that it's either people put an S or people put it like around here. But yeah, it's going to C for me. Davy backfight. Trash. Yo, this was the arc of One Piece I skipped, and then the dude, like Coco, shout out to Coco, I'm gonna say the dude, that's my boy. My friend that was helping me get into One Piece was like, you should still watch it because you know it's still a part of the canon. I was like, nah, bro. As soon as I saw Luffy with the boxing gloves, afro, and all that extra stuff, bro, the games, I was like, nah, I'm good. You could, bro, this arc, I know I haven't watched, but I could already tell it is trash. It is what it is. Sue me. You couldn't pay me to watch this arc. I'm sorry. Even I went back to watch the Chopper arc because I accidentally skipped it when I was watching the movies. You couldn't pay me to watch this arc. This arc looks so boring. The best part, no, because technically Aokiji freezing them is Water 7, but yeah, Water 7. Hey, this joint is peak. The CP0 getting announced, amazing. The ship stuff, great. Luffy versus Usopp, great. Oh, they don't have it combined? Oh, they don't have it separate. I mean, they don't have. Oh, any. This includes NS Lobby. This was the first at Water 7. Technically, Enies Lobby, if you combine them, they seem to combine them here, but that's fine. This was the first arc of One Piece where I was like, yeah, I see why people call this peak. This arc, I don't know. This seems to be like the universal thing with Water 7 / Enies Lobby. When you get here, I know it's tough to get here. This is like Enies Lobby, Water 7 are like 200 in the episodes of the 200 and 300 range, if I believe. It is very hard to get here, but if you do get here, it's probably one of the better arcs you ever watched. It's really great. Thriller Bark. Oh, and also that Luffy versus Lucci fight is peak. I would definitely recommend at least trying to get to Water 7 / Enies Lobby because it is great. Thriller Bark. See, now Thriller Bark would have got the D treatment, but the what's it called? The redeeming quality of Thriller Bark is the no Nemo. No Nemo. That's the Zoro scene. That's the only good part about Thriller Bark. I'm sorry. Luffy chasing his shadow for 20 episodes is not funny. The fellas not being able to hurt the zombies, not funny. It's just, bro, it's just not good. This was the first arc. I actually purchased Viz, the Shonen Jump joint, because of this arc, and then I didn't start reading the manga till like 6 months later. But yeah, this arc, the only good thing about it is maybe Brooks' backstory and the Zoro scene. This arc almost, whoa, got me into a manga reader way too early. Sabaody, excuse me, S tier. This arc, I remember I was watching this, and then when one of the celestial dragons is shooting the slave, I said, my dog, when did we get so dark? When did this series get so dark? And then Luffy punching the celestial dragon in the auction. After he shot the starfish fella. No, not the octopus fella. He shot the octopus fella. And the screen went black and white. I thought that was peak. Then we had Kizaru beating the Straw Hats. And I was like, dog, what? But yeah, Sabaody's great. This run was crazy because then we got Summit War. I guess Summit War is the combination. I do see this a lot. Because the arcs do have names. They got Impel Down, Amazon Lily, Marine 4. But they just all section them into Summit War. Bro, the run of Amazon Lily, Impel Down, and Marine 4 is tier. This is basically what I like kind of related to. Of course, AOT mention coming up. Like AOT. AOT season 3 is the culmination of everything that happened before that point, all in one area. Which is why season 3 of AOT is the best. And the same thing is here. Not everything, because One Piece is a long series, but you can like kind of see the boiling points of what's happening in the world. And that's why I love One Piece, like post arcs. You can kind of see those things happen in the post arcs of One Piece, and then they all actually add up to Summit War, like with Blackbeard versus Ace. What's his name? Showing up to Whitebeard's ship. What else? Something else. There's something else, but I forget. Yeah, those things, they all lead up to like Summit War. Fishman Island. Now, I've read Fishman Island. At the start of the New World, I started reading. I could not, and I would not. After the atrocities I heard of Fishman Island, yeah, this is going. Me reading it was fine, but the thing about Fishman Island is there's no real like stakes, because you can have Hody Jones. Who? Hody who? He's a guy that's on fentanyl or opioids trying to fight Luffy, and these fishermen are nowhere near like Luffy's level and Luffy in the crew's level. Like maybe before the time skip, he might give Luffy a hard time, but even then, he's still probably not beating him. But the politics, having the queen's backstory, the kind of the melding of the human and fishman relationships was pretty cool to see. I did enjoy that. I like One Piece because they kind of deal with real world issues in the show too, which is pretty neat. Punk Hazard, probably the worst arc in One Piece. You know how like Thriller Bark has a redeeming quality of like literally having like Zoro's most memorable scene? This has nothing. It has two Yeti guys shooting the Straw Hats as fake dragons. It has an island that's hot and cold. I read this and this was too long. This was like what? Was it like 45 chapters? That was way too long. The best thing from this is Aokiji pressing Doflamingo. He pressed him and he walked away. And maybe like Law cutting them out, but other than that, bro, there's really nothing. Punk Hazard is literally the worst arc in One Piece, and you could take that to the bank. Dressrosa. I'm about to put Dressrosa here. Dressrosa is an amazing arc. It's just the pacing of it is too crazy. And I read the manga for this, and it was just too long. But it's like Dressrosa is like 206 chapters or something like that, bro. Yo, you know what arc is crazy when you're even reading it and the pacing feels trash or terrible. Like the pacing of Dressrosa is just not that great, but it has one of my favorite villains of One Piece, Doflamingo. So I can't put it anywhere below A. A is probably the max that I can ever have this thing on, or the lowest I've ever had this thing on. So Kulo arc, Kulo in between arc, great. Getting to introduce the Zonishin, the Zoans. What is Zoans? What was the name of the people that lived on Zo? I don't call it the Zoanites. The Zoanites. Yeah, again, see them get introduced to we were introduced to the Big Mom Pirates and Fishman Island, but again, to see them wreck something was pretty cool. And then Sanji got taken, and then that leads to Whole Cake. Whole Cake arc was great. Sanji's backstory great. Not the Doflamingo, the Katakuri and Luffy fight great, even though that fight did kind of get soured a little bit from how it ended. I thought it was a pretty good fight. Snake Man had Snake Man in it. Snake Man was my favorite form. Aesthetically, it was my favorite form aesthetically and powers wise. But Gear 5 now is my favorite form aesthetically because I like the white on it. Yeah, Whole Cake great. Just fantastic. The best arc post time skip by far. Reverie is great. Get to see Emu for the first time. Get to see I like these sections of One Piece, like I said, like the post arcs. This joint is like 8 chapters long. 8 to 12 chapters long, I think. Excuse me. We get to see the world and the politics behind it. I think things like this are great. We even get to see like a little bit of like Bonnie stuff going on when she's talking about Kuma, and she's like doing a little like reconnaissance in them. That was pretty cool. So was Sabo. So yeah, that was great. Wano. Now, Wano is a special case. And the reason why Wano is a special case is because Wano had really high highs, but then the lows, the lows of Wano aren't that great. And one of the lows is the pacing. The pacing of Wano is really bad. When we get to Wano and then every person is actually getting spotlight, which isn't bad per se. But sometimes we get we get too much spotlight to things that did not matter. Queen doing like the ice golem with the ice ogre disease to those people, that could have been like 5 chapters shorter. That could have been like 5 chapters shorter. Some of the things that were going on, like why are the Scabbards still actually alive? Like, why is Kinemon still alive? Bro got stabbed and he had the Mickey Mouse. My body wasn't still connected, bro. You probably peed, pooped, and and had bowel movements during this time, and your body still wasn't fully connected. Trash. What else? What's her name? Chasing that that fire blob for chapters on end was kind of stupid. But besides that, yeah, that Wano's great. I just think that Wano has a lot of like issues to pacing, to the decisions, to just narrative. I don't know, some things that happen I don't agree with, but I'll still get a nice A. Wano, I gave Wano like ended like a nice 7. But compared to some of these are like 8s, 9s, and 10s. So Egghead, actually, yeah, I kind of lied. Forgive me. Egghead is the best arc post time skip. This joint was amazing. Reading this week to week, man, it was so lit. Seeing Luffy fight Kizaru, which is going on right now in the anime. I might not say a few things later on, but that happened later on. I'm gonna talk about a few things. Kuma's flashback. Good lord. Kuma's flashback, amazing. Can't wait for that to be adapted. Luffy versus Lucci again, even though it's better than that anime than the manga. Slight spoilers, but the 5 elders coming on, the lore drops, the robots, getting to know what's gonna happen, what's going on with the world. Overall, this arc is literally one of the best arcs in One Piece. Like, Oda did cook with this. Like, this arc is like crazy, and it's not even that. You had Aokiji versus Garp, Law versus Blackbeard, Shanks versus Kid, if you could call that a fight. And Emu leveling Lunaria Kingdom. That was kind of, I think the anime did that better. The anime has been cooking. Sorry if my headphones died. Headphones died. The anime cooked with One Piece as of late, especially that last episode. If you haven't seen it, your boy reacted to that Sunday, so go over there and give me some love. But yeah, that's it. That's my One Piece. Dang, this tier list kind of, it's so proportionate. But yeah, this is my tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And yeah, man, hopefully God bless y'all with an amazing day. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.